Welcome to this episode of the Hunting Down Adventure YouTube channel. Today, we're felling a tree. Big old tree. Before we start this video, I just want to go ahead and say that proper safety was taken in mind in this video. We tried to do as safe as we can, but sometimes accidents do happen. Enjoy the video. So we've got the cable hooked up around the top of the tree there, and we've got it running down all the way hooked to the back of the truck. Now I know what you're saying. You can't pull down that tree with that. Now, I definitely agree. But what we can do is use this as a point of leverage to make sure this tree don't fall on the house. But it's probably about give, considering the amount of rock down here in the bottom of it. So, I don't know. Guess we'll see what happens tomorrow morning when we get down. So we got a good stack of firewood going. Now that ain't even it. That's about an hour of work. We got some down there that we gonna put elsewhere. But we still got a lot to do. Now we started this at about, I'd say 10 or 11. And, well, about 12:40, something pretty interesting happened. Now we're here at the tree. Now this interesting thing, it ain't too good interesting by any means. So about 12:46, I'm over here stacking firewood, right there. And then all of a sudden, I hear the chainsaw die. Now, it's done that about 47 times just because it ran out of gas and log pinched it. But, about right here, I turned around and see my dad with his boot ripped off. Not quite ripped off, but cut off. Yeah, cut off. So I immediately look at him. And he looks at me. And in this split second, he gives me a look that I didn't want to quite get. It was a look of like, I need help. So I go bolting, running through the house, and Buddy says, "What's wrong?" I said, "Oh, Dad cut his whole foot off with a chainsaw." Not that calmly, but I don't really want to scream at the camera. So I run in the house, and I'm looking for the camper. We got trauma packs and just like good old first aid kit stuff. So I'm looking for that, and it's still with the camper stuff. Now, camper ain't even down there, so we put it up in our camper closet, place we have for storage. And so I'm running down there, and I can't find it for nothing. So on the top shelf in the very back corner is that first aid kit with them trauma packs in it. So I go get it, and I'm running all I got. And cowboy boots. Yeah, they ain't fun to run it. Well, they ain't bad, but anyway. So I go and I get that trauma pack and I run it, bring it to him, and we open it up. There ain't no dang blasted trauma stuff in there. There's just like regular old medical stuff. I just couldn't believe that. So I go and look, and there's like pads and that wrapper stuff. And so he puts that pad on him, and I start wrapping him up tight. I tell him it's probably going to hurt. So we got to put pressure on it so that way it don't go bad. So I'm doing that, put pressure on it. Then there's a roll of duct tape in that thing. I mean, you can fix anything with that stuff. So I roll it up around him. And then he finishes out. And then he says he needs crutches. Now, we had some old ones. He hurt his ankle about a long time ago. So they're old, nasty, and like falling apart. But I run to the basement and grab them. They're hanging, well, the basement's concrete, and there's like a rack on it. I'm pretty sure that when I grabbed it so fast, I might have yanked that rack out of the wall. That ain't gonna be fun to fix. But anyway, we got up and made it to here. And by then we had his whole boot. I put a picture of that up, and then we had his sock taken off. And yeah, that went pretty good. Then we hopped in the truck and he hobbles on over there. And that last time these crutches were used was my sister decided she wanted to play with them. So they were real tiny and short. So he looked, so it was brought a little smile watching them put them crutches in. But it wasn't time for smiling. So we go over there and he hops in the truck and we drive it. But we're pretty rushing. Because this is a serious thing. Because when you get cut in the foot, there's a lot of veins and stuff. It's kind of hard to elevate the foot. Because, you know, like, say you get cut pretty bad in the finger, you can put pressure on that, raise it above your head. Well, you raise it above your head and your heart's harder to pump to it. And that's one of the plus sides. But your feet, you can't elevate your feet in a vehicle. How do you do that? Ain't big enough, so we go and make it there. And he made it in there. It wasn't good. I guess I ought to show you guys what it looked like after they cleaned it up. I'm gonna go ahead and say, before I show you what happened, viewer discretion is advised. It's not the prettiest scene, it's not the worst. But I'm gonna go ahead and say, I warned you. So if you watch it, that's your fault. I done warned you already. Alright.
She just did.
Oh, she just extra? Oh, fantastic.
Yep.
Alright, I'll come by and we'll...
Wasn't too pretty. That looked a whole lot better than it did from when it was just me and him out here right after he did it, with like muscles and tendons and ligaments all hanging out of it and blood squirting out of it. I mean, well, anyway, he got 8 stitches in. That's it. 8 stitches. About an inch and a half deep. It wasn't a good cut. Well, guess that's about all I got to say, but the only problem is he's gonna be laid up and we still got a lot of tree to finish. Well, we got the tree all cut down and I kind of just didn't upload it. Had to think about it long and hard. But it's been a while. Wood's all stacked up now. Tree's gone. I filmed that video in like April. It's November. Been a while. But I want to go ahead and say Dad's alright. He's just fine now. Healed up nicely and we're all doing good. With that said, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of the Hunting Down Adventure YouTube channel. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.